Have you ever stopped to think about how you're treating your body as you get older? When you were younger, it felt like your body could handle anything. You pushed through fatigue, ignored aches and pains, and lived for the moment. But once you hit 55, reality hits hard. Your body isn't as invincible as it once was, and the warning signs are real. That stiffness in the morning, the slower recovery, the body reminding you that it's not just a vessel, it's your lifelong home. But here's the good news. It's never too late to start taking better care of yourself. This video isn't about chasing unrealistic fitness goals or trying to turn back the clock. It's about making simple, effective changes that will help you feel better, move more freely, and embrace the years ahead with strength and vitality. Whether it's taking a brisk walk, doing gentle stretches, or even just learning to listen to your body, you have the power to make small shifts that lead to big improvements. Stay with us as we dive into essential habits that'll not only help you improve your physical well-being but also guide you through deeper reflections about aging. We'll talk about the rare treasures of true friendships, the importance of living in the present, and the power of gratitude. By the end of this video, you'll walk away with practical tips, inspiration, and the wisdom to live your best life, no matter your age. So, if you're ready to invest in yourself and truly understand the beauty of aging well, keep watching. You don't want to miss the transformative tips and life-changing insights we'll be sharing. If you are not subscribed, subscribe and activate the notification bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support means a lot to me, and if you enjoyed this video, you can help me continue spreading the valuable lessons by liking and sharing it. If you like the topic of this video, please comment 1. If you don't, please comment 0 to let me know how I can improve and make better videos for you. Now, let's begin. Section 1. Your body is your home. Treat it well. In our younger years, we often treat our bodies like they're indestructible. We push ourselves to the limit, work through exhaustion, grab whatever food is most convenient, and ignore the small aches and pains that creep up, convincing ourselves, I'll deal with it later. It felt like the body could handle anything, like it would bounce back no matter what. We felt invincible, as if we had all the time in the world. But as we cross the threshold into our mid-50s and beyond, the truth becomes undeniable. Our bodies, once seemingly impervious, start to show signs of wear and tear. The small pains become more persistent. Recovery takes longer. The stiffness in the morning feels less like a passing inconvenience and more like a reminder. It's inescapable, and it can be uncomfortable to confront, but here's the reality. Your body is not invincible. Your body is not just a vessel carrying you from place to place. It's your lifelong home. Think about it for a moment. Just as you take care of the place you live in, maintaining it, cleaning it, and nurturing it, your body deserves the same attention. It's the only place you'll ever truly live, the only one that will always be with you, through every chapter of your life. You must care for it if you want it to continue to support you as you age. If you ignore it, the cracks, the wear, and the struggle to recover will only grow more noticeable. And that's okay. Those signs aren't failures. They're simply your body telling you, softly yet firmly, I'm still here, and I need you to take care of me. The most beautiful thing about this truth? It's never too late to start. You don't need to run marathons or push yourself to extremes. You don't have to chase the unrealistic fitness goals of your youth. The key is simplicity. A 20-minute walk every day, just to keep your foundation strong. Gentle stretches that keep your joints from feeling stiff. A little bit of strength training, even if it's as simple as lifting a couple of soup cans at home. Your muscles, your bones, and your entire body need that care. It's also crucial to nourish your body with real, wholesome food. What you put inside is just as important as how you treat it on the outside. Hydrate, not because you should, but because your body thrives on it. Drink water as if it matters, because it does. And most importantly, permit yourself to rest, not as a luxury, but as an absolute necessity. You're not trying to turn back time or make yourself look 30 again. Instead, you're choosing to feel good, to move well, and to embrace the life you're still living with vitality and joy. You're choosing to honor the body that has carried you through every high and low. This body is still capable of so much. It's still your home, your greatest ally, your partner for the rest of the journey ahead. So, treat it with the care it deserves, and it will continue to carry you to beautiful places, into new adventures, and through years of happiness, health, and memories you'll cherish forever. Section 2. True friends are rare. Hold them close. As we journey through life, one of the hardest, yet most undeniable truths we encounter is the realization that not everyone will stay with us. People change, situations shift, and life inevitably takes us down different paths. Some friends, whom we once considered family, may drift away, whether because of distance, different stages of life, or simply because the connection that once felt so strong begins to fade. And no matter how much we prepare ourselves for these moments, the truth is, it still hurts. It's as though a part of you, something sacred, is quietly slipping through your fingers. But here's the beautiful flip side: the friends who remain. The ones who still call, who still show up, who still care, despite the years, the challenges, the changes. They are absolute treasures. After 55, we realize something profound about friendship. It's no longer about how many people you know, or how wide your circle is. It's about the few who stand by you, unwavering in their support. The ones who truly understand your soul, who remember the stories you've told 1,000 times without ever needing to explain again. Maybe it's the friend who picks up the phone when you're feeling down and simply listens. Maybe it's the one who doesn't need words at all, just a quiet presence beside you, a reminder that you're not alone. Their mere existence brings peace, and with them, you are understood. These friends are rare. They are like precious gems in a world full of fleeting moments. And they are worth holding on to with everything you've got. Don't wait for some grand occasion to reach out. Don't let time slip by unspoken. Pick up the phone, send the text, and write the letter you've been putting off. It doesn't take much. Sometimes, all it takes is a simple, heartfelt, "I'm thinking of you," to keep the thread of connection strong. True friendships don't need grand gestures to thrive. They bloom in the small, quiet acts of care, the spontaneous check-ins, the listening ear, the shared laughter over a cup of coffee. The love you share with these friends isn't about the loud moments, but rather the subtle, tender ways you support each other. In the end, when we reflect on our lives, it's not the accolades or the material possessions that will stand out. It's the faces of those who have been by our side through thick and thin. Those are the memories that will stay with us forever. Cherish them. Nurture them. Hold them close, because true friends, the ones who know and love you, are a gift that deserves your deepest care and appreciation. Section 3. Life moves faster than you think. When we're young, time seems infinite, like a never-ending stretch of road. A summer afternoon can feel like an eternity, where every minute is filled with possibility. We look ahead with eyes full of dreams, thinking a year is a lifetime and that we have all the time in the world to make it all come true. Our plans are vast, our ambitions endless, and we never imagined that time could slip through our fingers. But somewhere, usually after 55, something begins to shift. It's subtle at first, like the turning of a page in a book you didn't know you were reading. Suddenly, days seem to blur into weeks, weeks into months. What once felt like a lifetime now passes in the blink of an eye. Holidays, once spaced so carefully apart, come rushing toward us faster than we expect. Birthdays, once something we anticipated with excitement, arrive with a quiet surprise, leaving us wondering, where did the last 10 years go? If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 1 below to let me know that you are still here with me. It's not just a feeling. It's scientifically proven that as we age, our perception of time accelerates. Time doesn't speed up, but the way our brain processes it changes. But here's the real truth we often overlook. While we may not have control over the speed of time, we have every power to decide how we live in the moments that make it up. The key isn't trying to slow down the clock. That's an impossible fight. It's learning how to slow yourself down. It's choosing to be fully present, to give your undivided attention to the small, everyday moments that too often pass unnoticed. That morning cup of coffee? Savor it. Don't just sip it mindlessly. Take a moment to taste it, feel the warmth in your hands, and let it ground you in the present. That hug from your grandchild? Hold it just a little longer, as if you could freeze that pure connection in time. That quiet evening walk? Don't rush to finish it. Look up at the sky, feel the breeze on your skin, and remember what it feels like to simply be alive. So much of life, especially as we grow older, feels like we're always waiting for something big to happen. We're conditioned to think that extraordinary moments are the only ones that matter. But here's the truth we need to embrace. The small things are, and always have been, the big things. Every smile, every word of kindness, every peaceful moment of solitude, they are what life is truly made of. And when you begin to slow down, to pay attention, you realize that life hasn't passed you by. It's not ahead of you or behind you. It's right here, waiting for you to wake up and notice it. It's here, now, in every breath, every step, every fleeting moment of beauty. It always has been. Section 4. Gratitude is a superpower. As the years pass, it's so easy to become fixated on what we've lost. The health we once had, vibrant and full of energy, now feels like a distant memory. Dreams that once seemed attainable have slipped away, and the loved ones we cherished are no longer by our side. That kind of loss isn't just a passing thought. It cuts deep, leaving an ache that is impossible to ignore. It can weigh us down, making the days feel heavier and more challenging. But within that weight, there lies a truth that we too often overlook, a truth that could radically change our perspective. Gratitude is a superpower. Gratitude doesn't make the hard things go away. It doesn't sweep the pain under the rug and pretend it isn't there. No, it doesn't diminish the sorrow, but rather, it offers us the ability to see the beauty and goodness still present in our lives, even when it's hidden behind the clouds of hardship. It helps us notice the simple, yet profound moments that often pass by unnoticed. The laughter of a grandchild who is just learning to speak, the warmth of an evening spent with an old friend who understands you in ways few others can, or the breathtaking colors of the sky as the sun dips below the horizon, painting the world in hues of gold. These are the gifts that life continues to offer, and they hold more power than we realize, if only we slow down enough to truly see them. Gratitude is not merely an attitude. It's a decision, a choice we make every day to acknowledge the good, even amid hardship. Some days, it comes effortlessly, like breathing. Other days, it feels like a challenge, a battle against the overwhelming weight of everything we've lost. But even on the tough days, when the darkness seems to linger a little too long, finding just one thing to be grateful for shifts our perspective. It strengthens the heart, lifts the spirit, and ignites a spark of light that fights against the shadows. It doesn't have to be a grand gesture. A simple practice, like writing down 3 things you're thankful for before you go to sleep, can work wonders. This small act, though seemingly insignificant, has the power to rewire your mind, helping you focus on what's still thriving in your life, rather than only on what's missing. It's a daily habit that, over time, can transform your outlook. Research even backs this up. Gratitude has been shown to improve sleep, lower stress levels, and even extend your life. But beyond the science, there's a deeper, more profound truth. Gratitude changes not only how you feel about life, but how you experience it. Every time we express gratitude, we plant a seed for joy, for peace, for a brighter tomorrow. These seeds grow and multiply, transforming our hearts, our minds, and our lives. The more we practice gratitude, the more we cultivate a life filled with hope, connection, and the ability to find light, even on the darkest days. Gratitude, then, is not just a response to the good in our lives. It is the very source of the good that continues to unfold before us. It's a superpower, not because it makes everything perfect, but because it helps us find perfection in the imperfect, and in doing so, we begin to live more fully. Section 5. Learning to say no is freedom. For much of our lives, we're conditioned to believe that saying yes is a sign of goodness. We're taught that agreeing to every request, saying yes to every invitation, and pushing ourselves to the limit is how we prove our worth. We equate busyness with importance, feeling needed with being valued, and constantly saying yes to being good people. It's as if the more we give, the more we're loved and respected. But somewhere around the age of 55, something profound starts to shift inside us. The noise of constant commitments begins to quiet, and a deeper truth surfaces. Every yes comes at a cost. And this truth can't be ignored any longer. Each time you say yes to something that drains your energy, you're saying no to your peace. Every time you agree to something that doesn't ignite your passion or purpose, you're sacrificing precious time. Time that could have been spent on things that truly nourish your soul. Time and energy. These are the most precious resources we have, and they are irreplaceable. Once they're gone, they're gone. There's no getting them back. This is why learning to say no is more than just a simple act. It's a powerful statement of self-respect. It's a declaration that you recognize your worth and refuse to let your energy be scattered aimlessly. Saying no doesn't mean you love others any less, nor does it make you selfish or unkind. It means you're finally honoring your own needs, acknowledging that your well-being deserves to come first. It means that you understand that your time is sacred, and you are no longer willing to let it slip away on things or people that do not uplift you. No to those events that leave you feeling drained and empty. No to the commitments you only accept out of guilt or obligation. No to the conversations that rob your soul of its energy. Each no you speak, when done with kindness and clarity, opens the door to a more meaningful yes. Yes to rest. Yes to purpose. Yes to the people, the passions, and the activities that fill you with joy and vitality. Saying no isn't about closing yourself off from life. It's about choosing, with intention, what and who deserves your time. At this stage of life, freedom isn't found in having more, but in needing less and choosing better. It's the freedom to protect your inner peace, to prioritize what truly matters, and to embrace the life that feels right for you. Section 6. Legacy is built in the quiet moments. When we think about the word legacy, many of us imagine grand accomplishments, towering monuments to success, prestigious awards displayed on shelves, or even a vast empire built from the ground up. We picture large gestures and monumental moments that stand out in history as if that's the only way to leave a mark on the world. But as we age, a profound truth begins to reveal itself. The older we become, the more we realize that legacy isn't crafted from fame or fortune. It's not found in the headlines, in the flashy events, or in the accolades we accumulate along the way. No, legacy is quietly built in the moments that often go unnoticed. It's in the everyday interactions, the small gestures that don't make the news but carry immeasurable weight in the hearts of others. Think about it for a moment. It's in the way you make people feel. Legacy is wrapped up in those afternoons you spent truly listening to your child when your mind could have easily wandered elsewhere. It's in the warmth of a smile to a neighbor who needed it most, and in the kindness you offered without expecting a thing in return. It's in the quiet words of encouragement you gave a friend who was doubting their worth when you could have simply let them struggle. At the time, these moments may have seemed so ordinary, so routine. But over time, they are the very moments that form the essence of who we are. Years from now, no one will recall the car you drove or the titles you held. Those things will fade into the background, buried beneath the layers of time. What people will remember, what will live on, is how you made them feel. Loved, valued, heard, and safe. That's the real legacy. The one that endures long after we're gone. And here's the beauty of it. You are already building it, right now, every single day. You don't even have to try hard. With every kind word you speak, with every moment of patience you offer, with each time you choose understanding over judgment, you're creating a lasting impact. This legacy is far more meaningful and far more valuable than anything that can be measured by money or status. You don't need to be famous. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to be present. It's in the way you show up for the people you care about, the way you express love without holding back, and the way you leave people feeling seen and understood. That's the kind of legacy that truly matters, and it is worth far more than gold. Section 7. A sharp mind is a lifelong treasure. As we journey through life and feel the passing of the years, it's so easy to focus on the physical changes, the slower steps, the occasional aches and pains that remind us of how much time has passed. But let me tell you something. There's a deeper treasure that only grows more precious with time, and that treasure is your mind. Your body may slow down, but your mind is still a vibrant garden that can bloom with new thoughts, ideas, and insights. A sharp mind is not just a luxury. It's a true blessing, a gift that not many appreciate until they realize how fleeting it can be. And like any treasure, it needs care, attention, and the right nurturing to thrive. Remaining mentally sharp isn't about forcing yourself to work harder or putting endless pressure on your mind. It's about keeping that spark of curiosity alive, never losing the desire to learn, explore, and discover. Read books that challenge your thinking. Don't just go through the motions. Let the pages turn your world upside down, make you question what you thought you knew, and inspire you to think in new, expansive ways. Ask questions that dive deep, questions that stir something inside you. Even learning something small, like a few words in a new language or understanding the history behind a song you've always loved, can light up a part of your brain that may have been dormant for too long. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 2 below to let me know that you are still here with me. And don't forget the power of conversation. It's not just about small talk. It's about engaging in deep, meaningful discussions that stretch your mind and help you see the world through someone else's eyes. You see, your mind craves stimulation just like your body craves movement. Just as you might stretch your legs to keep your muscles active, you must stretch your thoughts to keep your mind alert. And here's the beautiful truth. Growth doesn't stop with age. Your life experience gives your insights a richness, a depth, that youth simply cannot offer. But here's the catch. You must protect your mind, just as you would your body. Be careful not to let negativity or endless distractions crowd your thoughts. Choose what fills your mind wisely. Choose the things that lift you, that spark your curiosity, and that push you to think deeper. Avoid the noise that drains your energy, and instead, surround yourself with the things that stimulate your intellect and enrich your soul. A strong, sharp mind doesn't just store memories, it holds the power of resilience. It equips you with the strength to face life's challenges, to find meaning in the everyday, and to remain present in the world around you, even as the years pass by. When your mind is active, alive, and constantly learning, you never truly grow old. You carry with you the most priceless treasure of all, an unwavering ability to experience life with clarity, understanding, and depth. Keep your mind alive, and you'll discover that this gift is one that only grows more valuable as the years go on. Section 8. Change is the only constant. One of the most profound and, at times, painful lessons life teaches us is that change is inevitable. Nothing ever stays the same, no matter how much we wish it could. We watch as friends drift away, as children spread their wings and leave the nest, and as our bodies reflect the passage of time. The seasons of life shift and turn, whether we're ready for them or not, and after the age of 55, it often feels like those changes come faster and with more force than ever before. One moment, we're fully immersed in the rhythm of our daily work lives, and in what feels like the blink of an eye, retirement arrives, ushering us into a new phase with its own set of adjustments. We spend our years in homes filled with the sound of laughter, the bustle of activity, the constant hum of life, and then, in an instant, it all quiets. The silence feels almost deafening, and it's hard not to feel a deep ache for what's been lost. It's only natural to want to resist, to hold on to what was, to fight the inevitable changes. We want to keep the familiar, the comfortable, the things that made us feel secure. But here's the cold, hard truth. Resisting change won't stop it. All it does is make the transition harder, more painful, and less graceful. Change is going to come, with or without our permission. So we must ask ourselves the real, more important question. Will we allow these changes to harden us? Will we allow ourselves to become bitter, unwilling to let go of the past, to live in the shadow of what once was? Or will we choose to open ourselves up, to flow with the current, even when it's not easy? Embracing change doesn't mean pretending that it doesn't hurt, that we don't mourn the things that have slipped away. It doesn't mean we have to pretend we don't miss the noise, the busyness, the companionship that once filled our days. What it does mean is that we honor the past, acknowledging the beauty and significance of everything that came before, while still choosing to move forward. Change offers us the opportunity to discover unexpected beauty. Maybe it's in the warmth of a smaller home that feels cozier, more intimate, and more ours than it ever did when we were trying to fill every room with noise. Perhaps it's in the rhythm of a new daily routine, one that frees up time for our creative passions, for hobbies that bring us joy, or for reconnecting with the things we've always wanted to explore. Or maybe it's in the unlikely friendships that bloom when we least expect them. Connections with others who understand the complexity of what it means to grow older and wiser. Every season of life holds its unique gifts, if we're open to them. And while it may be difficult to see it at the moment, some of life's most precious gifts, deeper wisdom, a quieter kind of peace, and a softer yet more resilient strength, only come with time and change. These gifts may not always come in the form we expect, but they're there, waiting for us to embrace them. You don't have to love every transition, and it's okay to feel sadness when things change. But remember this: you are still growing. You are still evolving. And though some of the most beautiful chapters of your story may be behind you, the truth is that some of the most wonderful, life-affirming parts of your journey are still ahead. So, take a deep breath, open your heart, and trust that with every change, you are becoming more of the person you were always meant to be. Section 9. Material things lose their shine. In our younger years, we often find ourselves chasing the sparkle of material possessions. The allure of a bigger house, a sleeker car, and a wardrobe brimming with the latest trends can make us feel successful, powerful, and alive. Each new acquisition feels like a small triumph, a sign that we're progressing, that we're on the right track. It's easy to believe that happiness is found in these things, and for a time, it almost feels true. But as we move into our later years, particularly after 55, something profound begins to change. The thrill of new purchases, the excitement of bringing home that shiny new object, begins to fade. The house that once felt like a dream now holds less warmth. The car we couldn't wait to show off becomes just another ride. The designer bag we coveted sits forgotten, collecting dust. It's as though the things we once believed would bring lasting joy no longer hold the same power over our hearts. And slowly, almost imperceptibly, we start to realize, material things lose their shine. What once filled us with a sense of accomplishment now seems hollow. The things we once saw as symbols of success, the fancy kitchen, the cutting-edge gadgets, the meticulously curated wardrobe, no longer provide the sense of fulfillment they once did. Instead, we find ourselves craving something different. We yearn for moments that no amount of money can buy, a heartfelt conversation with a friend, the warmth of laughter shared over a simple meal, or a quiet, intimate moment holding hands with someone we love. These moments, these connections, are the things that remain bright and meaningful as the years go by. They are the treasures that don't lose their value with time. The truth is, material possessions, no matter how glamorous, cannot compare to the richness of human connection. They can't replace the feeling of truly being seen, heard, and understood by another. And yet, in our attempts to keep up with the world, We often hold on too tightly to the things that don't matter as much as we think. We fill our lives with clutter, physical and emotional. And in doing so, we create less space for the things that truly nourish our souls. This is why many people, as they age, find so much peace and liberation in simplifying their lives. Decluttering your home and getting rid of the excess is a powerful act of self-liberation. But even more powerful is decluttering your heart, letting go of old grudges, outdated dreams, and the desperate need to impress others. You don't have to abandon all the comforts that have brought you joy over the years, but maybe, just maybe, it's time to loosen your grip on the material and hold tighter to what truly matters. The people, the moments, and the memories that shape your life. Because in the end, when all is said and done, the true treasures we carry with us aren't the things we own. It's the love we gave, the relationships we nurtured, and the depth with which we lived. Section 10. Happiness is an inside job. For so much of our lives, we find ourselves relentlessly chasing happiness. We set our sights on the next big milestone, believing that the next achievement will be the key to unlocking joy. We tell ourselves, I'll be happy when I get that job, when I move into my dream house, when I meet the perfect partner, or when my children finally understand me. We imagine that life will become this flawless, serene experience, filled with nothing but happiness when everything falls into place. But then, something profound starts to shift as we enter our later years, particularly after the age of 55. We begin to understand that the kind of happiness we once sought from external sources doesn't quite measure up. We realize that true happiness isn't something we wait for, and it certainly isn't something that can be handed to us by others. It isn't something that can be found by achieving the perfect life, because that life doesn't exist. Not in the flawless job, not in the ideal relationship, and certainly not in the elusive perfect circumstances. Happiness comes from within. It's a deeply personal, ongoing process. It's the sum of how you choose to see the world and how you choose to engage with your own life every day. I've learned that happiness isn't found in grand events or monumental changes. It's found in the subtle, everyday moments. A cup of coffee shared with a loved one on the porch, watching the sun rise or set, taking a walk with no particular destination in mind, or closing the day with a quiet prayer of gratitude. These are the moments where happiness quietly resides, waiting to be acknowledged, nurtured, and cherished. It's not about striving for perfection. It's about being present. It's about intentionally choosing to notice the beauty in the little things, the things that are easy to overlook when we're constantly searching for something more. Happiness is about kindness, to others, yes, but most importantly, to yourself, especially on those days when life feels difficult or the weight of the world seems too heavy. It's about choosing to find meaning in the simplest, most ordinary moments. Those moments that are rich with their beauty if only we stop to appreciate them. The truth is that happiness has always been within you. The sooner you stop waiting for it to show up in a package or under a specific set of circumstances, the sooner you'll realize that it's been quietly growing inside you all along. So today, I encourage you to permit yourself to stop chasing after happiness as if it's some distant treasure. Instead, let yourself live it. Embrace the now, the present, and the beauty of what you already have. Happiness is not a destination. It's a way of life, and it's yours to enjoy, right here, right now. Section 11. Fear is the enemy of growth. Fear, in its quiet, sneaky way, often doesn't come crashing in like a storm. It can be far more subtle, disguised as caution or practicality. You know that voice, the one that whispers in the back of your mind, telling you, maybe you shouldn't try. It might not work out. As we get older, especially after 55, this voice seems to get louder, more persistent, and harder to ignore. It convinces you that the stakes are too high and that the risk isn't worth it. What if I fail? It asks. What if I get hurt? Or the worst thought of all, what if it's too late for me to make a change? But here's something that isn't said enough. Fear isn't your protector. It's your jailer. Fear doesn't keep you safe. It keeps you stuck, confined in a life that feels small and restrained. It promises you comfort, but comfort isn't where life flourishes. Comfort is where dreams are buried under layers of what-ifs and missed chances. If you look back at your life, I bet you'll realize the moments that truly shaped you. The moments that made you feel alive, filled with purpose and pride, weren't the ones where you chose the safest option. They were the moments when you took that leap, when you pushed yourself beyond what you thought was possible. Maybe you were shaking in your boots, heart pounding in your chest, but you did it anyway. You moved forward, even when fear was right there, whispering that you couldn't. Growth is never about staying comfortable. It's about discomfort, about uncertainty, about facing the unknown. Sometimes, growth feels like standing at the edge of a cliff, your feet trembling as you look down. Sometimes, it even feels downright terrifying. But it's in those moments, right on the other side of fear, that you find real joy, deep connection, and meaning. The kind of meaning that can't be found by playing it safe. The kind of connection that comes only when you're brave enough to show up, to try, to fail, and then to try again. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 3 below to let me know that you are still here with me. You don't need to wait for fear to disappear before you act. Fear is part of the journey, not the enemy. What you need to do is refuse to let fear control your choices. You need to feel it, acknowledge it, and then move through it. Call that friend you've been missing. Sign up for that class you've been putting off. Say yes to that trip that excites you, or take that leap into a new hobby, or a new chapter in your life. Even if your voice trembles, even if your hands shake, do it anyway. Because in those moments, you're claiming back the life that's still waiting for you, the life that fear has been trying to hold you back from. The truth is, that fear may never completely vanish. But with each courageous step you take, it shrinks just a little more. And you get stronger, bolder, more alive than ever before. You discover that the life you've been dreaming about isn't something that's meant to wait for tomorrow. It's here. It's now. It's waiting for you to take that first step through the fear. And when you do, you'll realize that, far from holding you back, fear was the catalyst for the growth you've always needed. Section 12. It's never too late to begin again. There is a common myth we've all heard time and time again, especially as we get older, that it's too late. Too late to change. Too late to dream. Too late to start anew. And you know what? That is one of the biggest lies we've been told. It's a myth that has been drilled into our minds, one that robs us of the truth. The truth is, as long as you have breath in your body, it is never too late. Every new moment, every breath you take, is a new opportunity to begin again. Whether you're 55, 65, or even 85, the possibility for new beginnings is still there, waiting for you. And I've seen it firsthand. People who, at 70, found love again, people who picked up a paintbrush at 80, or those who, at 90, embarked on the adventure of a lifetime, traveling overseas for the first time. Can you even imagine that kind of courage, that kind of joy? Life doesn't hand us expiration dates for things like happiness, growth, or fresh starts. We are the ones who decide when and how to begin again. The only limitations we face are the ones we believe in, and the ones we impose on ourselves. Sure, beginnings might look different now than they did in our younger years. Perhaps they're slower, quieter, more introspective. But let me tell you, they are just as powerful, just as full of potential. Every small step you take, whether it's picking up a new hobby, reconnecting with someone you've lost touch with, or pursuing a dream you've put aside, holds the power to transform your entire world. And here's the beautiful part. You don't have to wait for the perfect time. There is no such thing as the perfect moment, the perfect plan, or the perfect level of confidence. You don't have to be fearless or flawless. You don't need a grand blueprint or an immaculate roadmap. You just need to take the first step, however small, and trust that the rest will unfold. That single courageous decision to try, to reach out, to hope again, is the catalyst for a new chapter. Beginning again is not a sign of failure. It's the clearest proof that you're still here, still thriving, still moving forward. It's proof that you're alive. And my friend, that alone, is something truly worth celebrating. Today, we've explored some of the hardest, yet most beautiful truths about aging. We've discussed how to treat your body like the precious home it is, how to nurture and cherish the friendships that bring you joy, and how to embrace change rather than run from it. We've talked about finding gratitude every day, protecting your time like the treasure it is, keeping your mind sharp, and, most importantly, remembering that no matter where you are in life, it's never, ever too late to begin again. As we wrap up today's video, I want you to take a moment and reflect on what we've shared. What have you learned so far? What is one thing you feel inspired to take with you and practice in your own life? Whether it's embracing the power of new beginnings, cherishing the relationships that matter most, or simply making a commitment to yourself to keep growing, I'd love to hear about it. Please, drop a comment below and let me know what resonated with you the most. What will you bring into your daily life and make part of your journey going forward? And if you enjoyed this video, if it sparked something inside you, please take a moment to hit that like button, share it with someone who might need to hear this message, and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel for more content just like this. Your support helps us continue spreading positive and empowering messages to others. Thank you for being part of this journey.